Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Jane, and you probably know me from my time with the Dallas Fuel and the Overwatch League. Somehow, despite all of my efforts to the contrary, this channel has just hit 250,000 subscribers, so woo! But also, it's time for a little update on what kind of content I'm going to be making from now on as we head towards the big 1 million. The biggest change, and it is a big one, is that I'm going to start making variety content. Or if I'm being completely honest, it's going to be less variety and more just wildly experimental content. Overwatch is a 5-year-old game at this point, and neither the game nor the community are in the greatest place right now. I still love the game competitively, especially from an analytical perspective, and will watch the Overwatch League when it returns in April of this year, but I'm going to start playing a lot more games like roguelikes, simulation games, and maybe even an MMO, if a good one ever comes out, instead of just sticking exclusively to Overwatch. Even among those games, what I'm going to be doing will be a little bit all over the place as I experiment with what feels best for both myself and what you enjoy watching. Whether that ends up being Let's Plays, speedruns, or role-playing, we'll just have to find that out together. Additionally, I've made some changes to how I approach online communities, and as many of you already know, I no longer have a personal Discord, nor do I have any plans to make a new one in the future. Here's why and what I'm doing instead. I've had some difficulties with my mental health over the last year and a half or so, and I'm still struggling to figure out how to live a healthy life both in public and in private. I've found I prefer the communities that I'm a part of to have a collective purpose and focus that's, well, not me. And I also really like it when these communities allow like-minded people to meet each other, share their passions, and eventually become friends. So while I don't have a personal Discord or a singular formal community anymore, here are the two communities that I'm a part of right now and I'm trying to help build. And in the future, if I find new ones or form new ones, I'll let you know. The first is called Port Zero, and this is one of my more experimental and ambitious ideas for a community, and I'm hoping it becomes a place where people can collaborate on futuristic content creation projects and learn about how to become a content creator or influencer themselves. If you're interested in roleplay, VTubers, or streamer collaborations, there's more information in the description below and on my blog at jane.gg. The second project is called PICO, or the Professional Esports Coaching Organization. Those who have followed my work in the esports scene have probably heard me rant about the state of the industry once or twice before, and this is part of my attempt to try and actually change things for the better instead of just complaining. I'm primarily hoping to bridge the divide between high school, collegiate, and professional esports, as well as further develop and stabilize the path to pro for both players and staff. But outside of those goals, this is also where I'm going to be making educational, analytical, and coaching content for both Overwatch, and in the future, hopefully other esports as well. So for those of you who are just here for the Overwatch knowledge and aren't interested in variety or anything else I'm doing in the future, you're still in luck. I'll be collaborating with Arrow from Dallas Fuel and Team USA fame to help build this organization, and we'll be working with some of the best coaches and analysts in the scene to not only make content, but teach classes, provide coaching, and help schools start their own esports programs and teams. As I mentioned earlier, if you'd like to find out more about any of these ideas, check out my blog at jane.gg, where I've started to share my thoughts and ideas a lot more publicly. I know that there's nothing that I could do as a content creator that will make absolutely everybody happy, so if you choose to unsub because of this new direction, I completely understand. But I gotta do what I'm interested in if I'm gonna do this long term, and I hope you'll join me for the journey, wherever we end up.